back here, and time to make our correlation matrix pretty. So we'll start with the same thing we did last time. We'll try turning off the grid lines. See if that makes it look. Okay, yes, this is a bunch of odd things going on in this one. So let's center all the numbers here, and then we'll do this one. Keep it to the left. Actually, keep those to the left. Keep these to the right. I want to make sure all of this is Times New Roman 12. Good. We're going to want to change the size of these to make sure they all fit. We're going to want to get rid of all these extra borders. See if we can get it on the one page. I think we have a chance here. There's 16th variable there is. Okay, so we're close. All right. Let's see. Can I move this over to put on the one line? Good. Very close to one line. Let's go to the layout. Let's get rid of all of these grids. Do each independently of this. Layout, design, borders, get rid of our borders. Okay, that somehow got it down to one page here. Okay, we're gonna get rid of this. This is gotta go back to the left. All right, so now we can put our grid lines back on. We want a line here on the bottom. On the bottom there. A double line on this one on the bottom here. I want a single line here. I think of want this to be, let's merge these. Make sure that extends over. Make sure this one has border style, one border. Border style, double line, bottom. All right, so let's get rid of our grid lines. There we go. Okay, things are looking good. We got to make sure that our numbers line up here, our decimal places line up. So it's going to be the same thing here. We're going to make sure that's across the board. Our ones. Very close. What do we do here now? I'm going to make this a little bit. Okay. One. Close. There we go. Okay. It's looking really nice here. We have our lines here. I think we got our sample size here. We want to label it consistently with how we labeled our descriptive statistics. So I call this table 2. There. We're going to bold the titles, make sure we're always bolding the titles. We're going to come back to our descriptive statistics, make sure we're bolding this guy. And okay. Oh yeah, we gotta make sure that we don't have random bold for no reason. Okay, I'm not seeing anything else. I think we got the through here. Oh, I want to address one thing. So you may wonder why we only fill out half, because a triangle around half of the table. That's because the other half of this is going to be a mirror reflection. The correlation between 2 and 1 is minus 0.03. Similarly, the correlation between between 1 and 2, which would be right here, would also be minus 0.03. So you only need to fill out the bottom of the table because it's going to be a mirror. Okay. Oh yeah, sample size 957. 957. We don't need that bolded. Did we bold it in the last one? I don't think we did. Nope. And little n, not big N. And it's going to be a note for this one as well. Okay. Did we specify its natural log? I think we did, right? Yes, we did. Okay. All right. So that's our correlation matrix. Takes a little while, a little tedious, and these numbers will change every time that we change our data set. So it's good to keep going through this and writing them out, because you should be thinking about each of the bivariate correlations as you're building out the table. It's a good way to stay really acquainted with your data and be very knowledgeable about the different patterns that exist. For example, uh, we see here that conservative and low trust and others, especially conservative, seems to have very strong correlations across the board with all of our variables here. That's one thing we can notice here. Um, some other things we can notice here is we're looking at like uh, all the things that correspond with graduate degrees, so all this in the sexes here. Um, so this gives us like some sense of things we're looking at. It's like graduates make a lot more money on average, kind of makes sense. Looking for numbers for things that don't make sense, things that are different from what you'd see in the literature, and double check the numbers. The other thing is here, this is just for a class example, but you definitely want to make sure you check all your numbers 2, 3, 4 times. And when you think you've checked it enough, check the numbers again. I will go through and audit your tables with the final. And by audit, I mean I'll randomly select values and compare it against what it is in R. So make sure you're going through, you're really double checking that. Okay. On to our table 3. All right. So we have a bunch of stuff on this. Okay. Predicting a dependent variable, low confidence in education, GSS 2022. Did I list the data set in the other titles? I'm not sure if I did. Did not. You always make sure your data set is listed in your tables. Okay. Table 1, table 2, table 3. Okay. So we'll start, make sure we're all working in Times New Roman, size 12 before we even get started. All right, we'll put on our grid lines. And again, we can start from the same tables we had here. I think there's a couple more we need. There's woman, race, woman, white, and real income logged. Okay. Note here. I don't think we have any other notes. Well, maybe we'll keep it. Note. Okay. All right. So let's start filling this in here. Okay, got it on the one page. All right. So first things first, we're gonna have 5 models. So we can go ahead and add these in before we even get started here. So we can just go copy, insert. Let's insert columns to the right. So we can maybe put this into 2 tables, or we can also try we could try swapping it over to landscape potentially. Let's see if we can fit it on landscape. 5 models is quite a bit to fit on one table. Oh, what happened? Can this not go any farther that way? I guess not. Okay. All right. Columns to the right. Okay, so let's see. This will do it now. So that'll be, nope. Well, we could just combine these two. Model 3. This will be model 4. Similarly, that'll be combined. And these two will be model 5. We're going to need one more column to the right. Columns to the right. Go. And these two will be combined for model 5. Right. This can go. This can all be merged. There we go. Okay. So these will both be the same. Like so, like so, like so. Okay. All right, so let's start filling it in. It's gonna bring us onto 2 pages here, which is okay, but we'll maybe add a we'll wait till we'll make it we'll add the numbers in and then we'll make it pretty afterwards. Okay, so first get our model 1, our intercept, our standard error, the effect of no high school, less than a high school, standard error for less than high school. High school is our reference category, so we're going to note that it's a reference category. There's not going to be a coefficient for a reference category. Reminder here, we're interpreting these coefficients in reference to high school. So we'd say, compared to those who are high school graduates, those who have a high school degree, those who have less than a high school degree are less likely to have low confidence in education. Again, that effect is not statistically significant. Okay, and we have associates. Standard error. We have bachelor's. We're gonna have graduate. And work EDUC, works in education. Now, none of these effects are statistically significant. The intercept is statistically significant, but we're not going to touch on this. It's a bit complex to understand what it means to have a significant intercept in logistic regression. Um, it it doesn't really for our purpose, it doesn't really tell us anything substantively meaningful about the social worlds. We're not going to necessarily make that note. We're still going to include it in our table, but we're not going to interpret it directly. All right, so just got to make sure these all fit here, and we're going to round these to 3 decimal places. 4, 1, 6, 7, 3, 6. Okay. We're going to get our R squared, which is 3 decimal places to the left, so 0.002. Combine these to 0.002. Actually, I won't do that. I'll just keep it like this. And our N, we confirm our sample size. It doesn't have it listed directly here. It tells if we lost cases, but we did not lose any cases. There's no note of any cases being lost, which means we have 957 as our sample size. Okay. So that's our model 1. The one thing missing here is we put our standard errors into parentheses. I'll clean this up in a bit. All right. Model 2. We're just gonna have our family formation variables. Never married, previously married, any children. So our intercept is minus 1.4. Standard error is 214. Never married is 70, 146. .146. So these are the estimates. Previously married is 5. Never married is 24218. Any children? 192 and 204. And this is our model 2. We used to be our standard R squared 0.002. Similarly, no note about any observations being lost, so we are still at 957. Okay. On to model 3. Looking at the effect of political ideology on low confidence, on the probability of having low confidence in education. We're going to see conservative, or our intercept, minus 2607. Our standard error, 0.26276. It's a little bigger, so it's not. What's it doing here? Nope, not that. Let's try moving this one over, maybe. Move this one over. We'll make this as small as we can make it. And now we're this one over. And we'll move this one over. Nope. Oh. Oh my God. You can do it. You can do it, Phil. You can do it. Try dragging this a little bit. There we go. Right. I think I need to do something with these numbers possibly to make it fit a little bit. So let's justify left center. Maybe this will help. There we go. Oh, nope, that didn't do it. Insert Times New Roman, size 12. Okay, that worked. Why did this change where it was? Did it? Oh no, it's just there's a there. And then what's this guy's problem? All right. What we might need to do here, I'm filling the rest of these numbers. We're gonna swap back and we're gonna make this into I think we're gonna have too much trouble fitting this on one page. It's probably what it's telling us. So we're gonna swap it back to portrait. Actually, before we do that, we're going to cut this. Oh, Cut these rows, or these columns here. Okay, didn't work. Cut these columns. Oh my God, we're gonna cut these columns and it's gonna work. It's gonna let me click delete. Columns, there we go, okay. Now we're gonna swap back to portrait. Our model 2 fits on one page, which is great. We lost our title though. So I don't want that. I'll just copy this. And then there we go. Slide that over here. We'll do the same thing. We'll merge all these. And there we go. Back to portrait. Okay, we got it all on one page. So we're going to call this table 3. We're going to call this one 3A. We're going to call this one 3B. And we're going to put our next models. We're going to put models 3 and 4 over here. And we'll clean up each of them independently. Okay. All right, model 3. Here's our intercept. 7 there. Standard error is 276. The effect of conservatism is 226. Standard error is 0.054. Our low trust in others here, and this is our coefficient for there. Okay. Now our R squared in this one is 0.03. 0.030. Or 0.030. And similarly, we didn't say anything about cutting any cases, so we keep the same sample size here. Okay. That's our model 3. Our model 4, we're going to have factors for social position. Our intercept. I'm going to copy all of it and then round. Woman. White. And LN income. So now we're going to round down to 3 decimal places. And six 173 047 069. Okay. And just to make sure we're on the same page with this one, we're going to make sure that our layout is where these ones we want. Well, first we'll make sure all of our text is what we want it to be. Times New Roman 12. We'll make sure these numbers are center right. And we'll do these ones center left. We'll be consistent if we're going to have zeros or not. I'm going to keep, yeah, make sure we do that. I'm trying to get it all on one page for now. Center right. There's space here, isn't there? Yeah. There we go. Okay, got it on the one page. All right, then we have our table 3. See? to have our model 5. We're not going to have this will be blank in this one. Slide right over there. Okay, so we'll clear this one out so we don't accidentally keep any of the things. Don't want here, and get our things filled in. So let's make sure before we fill these in, I want to make sure all these are aligned to the left, and all these are also aligned and aligned right. That's fine. We'll do a line behind the left as well. Okay. Model 5. Intercept. Standard error. No high school. Associates. Bachelors. Graduate. Work and education. Never married. Previously married. Conservatism. Low trust. Woman. White. Real income. And our model summaries are R squared. It's 0.038. And our total N, similarly, all the cases, 957. Okay, so let's get cleaning this stuff up now. I think we already mostly cleaned this table here. We gotta get rid of these zeros and make sure we're all justified to the right. And we have to put our standard errors into parentheses. I think there's space on this. Can delete that. There we go. Same one there. There we go. Any extra spaces? Not that I'm seeing. Get rid of this. We'll not do the 0. There's no right or wrong answer to whether you include the 0 or not. You just need to be consistent with it. If you're going to include it in one table, you should include it in all the tables. So because in none of the previous tables did we put the 0 placeholder, besides here we actually did. So we should be consistent. And there's no placeholders in this one. Okay, good. All right, back to our table 3 here. All right, what's going on here? Did I have this to the right? There we go. That should be inside the parentheses. Finish closing this. Oh no, it's R squared. Never mind. That should be in the first thing though. Should be over here. 957. Okay. All right. Last thing is we want our beta to also line up with the first decimal place. Our beta line at the first decimal place, and we want our standard error to similarly line up over the decimal point. Beta, beta, beta. Okay. Make sure that seems to all keep getting indented a little bit. Is it like that on our table one? I don't think so. Yeah, it's not like that in table one. I don't know why I got moved to that like that. Yeah. Well, this way. Huh? Yeah, it fits. It should be indented by 1. That's right. There we go. Okay. Good. And then back to our regression. All right. Still looking for any mistakes here. I want this to be on its own page. So definitely like that. There we go. And then delete this row. Okay. 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 Looking good. All right. Now on this side, same problem. We got to get these to have a to the right. Actually, they're all just gonna be right justified. So all the numbers here, center right. Okay. Get rid of these extra spaces. Any extra spaces in this one? Yep, that one. That one. Okay. Get rid of the lead zeros. These numbers should be over here. All right. Now, we also want to designate our statistically significant effects with stars. So conservative and low trust in others were both statistically significant. We can see that. We go back to our model 3 here. We see conservatism, low trust. In other words, we can be fairly confident that those that are more conservative are more likely to have low trust in education. Similarly, those who have low trust in people generally, or believe that people aren't to be trusted, or you can't be too careful around other people, are more likely uh, to have low confidence in education as well. These other effects were statistically significant. Make sure. Nope. No stars. Okay. All right. Let's look at this table now. Anything we're seeing? Okay, we gotta line our beta up. Align our standard errors up. We need our parentheses on our standard errors. Line up. One more this way. There we go. That's better. Beta needs one more this way. There we go. Okay, R square, total n, all this is looking right. Political ideology got indented somehow. Make sure I fix that across the board. Family formation shouldn't have an indent. Marital status should have an indent, but it should be smaller than the one for married. Should be one more. And we also have to specify what our reference category is. Oh, all of our categories. I'll get to that one. Actually, let's fix this first. All right, I gotta specify the reference categories in these ones as well. So in this situation, married is our reference category. So I gotta back that up to, yeah, all of our indentation here got messed up, huh? All right, I'm gonna fix all of them at the same time. Let's round these, and then I'll fix all the indentation here. 273, 969, 331, 283, 118, 288, 187, 231, 059 285 021 8202 114 024242 215 056 584. Okay, so it's the same thing. I'm gonna make all this Times New Roman size 12. Make sure all these are right center justified. Oh, actually our N. In this situation, we should probably have that be over there so it's lined up properly. All right. Okay, now let's fix all of this. Oh yeah, let's get rid of the extra spaces in this one before I paste it over. All right, so let's get all of our justification up here correctly. All right, so we want highest degree attained. Our independent variable is going to be 2. It's going to be 1 indent. Do 3 indents for our categories. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So then works and education should just be 1 indent. Okay, marital status should be 1 indent. Married should be 3 indents. Any children, 1 indent. Conservative, 1 indent. 1 indent. 1 indent. 1 indent. Similarly for R squared, we'll do 1 indent and total N 1 indent. Okay. So that looks much better. So we'll copy these across the board for this and this. Okay. All right. So we still need our parentheses, our leading zeros and parentheses here. That. Do 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 do. All right, and then leading zeros. And what else? Can we get that onto 2 lines with our title? Yes, we can. Okay, so let's get rid of our grid lines and make sure that we don't see anything looking odd. Here we go. This has to, it's gonna be left justified, left justify it, left justify. You do one more, no, it's fine. Left, good, okay. Actually, what I'm gonna think I'm gonna do is I'll put my N down into because the N's consistent across the board, and it looks a little odd. Actually, what I could do. So this should be lined up with the decimal place, but it seems it looks a little off to me. So I want to put the grid lines back on here, and I'm just gonna center these two here. Merge and center. Merge and center. Now the reason for this is because now they don't have to line up with the entire column. They can just be clearly on their own separate measurements, which kind of makes sense because they are measurements of the model overall. Merge centered. I know a lot of this feels very tedious, and it is very tedious, but one, it's helping you to get to know your data. And another thing is it's really um, people will judge a lot of your project and your skills with data based on how well you're able to make your tables and display your information. So it's actually a really I know it's very annoying. You probably hate me as you're making these tables, and I hate my and I'm not very happy about being here making this recording on a Friday night at 6 o'clock when I'd rather be home. Um, but I do really think that you'll be that the skill set's very valuable. Okay, make sure I check these guys. Any one of these guys. So well, men and women were different, and then our final model, nothing, nothing regards to statistical significance changed. So it was still woman, woman. How do low trust in others get moved over? Moved over here too? No, it's right there. Got it wrong there. Right. Now, these all gonna move over one. And make sure this lines up here. Make sure this lines up. Low cost education standard system too. Okay, good. Make sure this lines up. That lines up. That lines up. This does not line up, does it? Nope. There we go. Now it lines up. Good. These all line up. That's good. That's good. Okay. Let me know if you see any mistakes. I think we're coming along, coming up to the finish line here. I can't think of any other notes we need. Um, make sure I turn off our good lines and keep looking. But yeah, I think we have ourselves some professional tables. Model 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3A, B, C. Um, this got did this not copyright to there? Let's see. Yeah, I don't know why this doesn't want to copy exactly right there. Let's see if I go overwrite cells. Will that do it? Nope. Hmm. Okay. Well, I guess I had to fix these ones. I really can't. What if I just did this? And then this whole way. Like so, and now then I copy it. No, it still doesn't doesn't seem to want to highest degree attained in by 1 and by 2. All right, almost there. Should be in by 1. Okay, that is in by 1 and by 3. And by 1, by 1, by 1, by 1, by 1, by 1. All right, this one have the same problem? Yes, it did. By 1, by 3, by 3, 3, by 3, by 3, by 1. I think this one did go. Yeah, that is 3. Yep. Make sure 1, 2, 3. Yep. Any children lines up. The rest all line up. Okay. All right. Well, I hope this video was helpful. Um, Let me know if you see any mistakes in the table, and if this helped you to get to start to see how to make professional tables. There's no one perfect way to make the table, but there certainly is a bit of an art to it. It's a bit of an art to it, bit of a science to it. I hope these rules helped you to see a bit of the science, but also to appreciate the art. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.